Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy. Alright, back to the main quest, discerning the transmundane. Now, expect me to get lost in Blackreach a lot. Yeah. As someone who has diligently avoided the main quest for many, many years, I've probably only been here a few times. I used to have a teleport mod that could teleport you to Blackreach, and I like that. But we're not using that now. Oh, he's right there. Come on. I don't have to summon him. You guys, we just got, in this household, an awesome thing. We just got a freeze dryer. So, I have been sampling awesome freeze-dried things. I just took out a batch. They were not mixed together. They were separate, but I made freeze-dried grape halves, freeze-dried watermelon, freeze-dried string beans, and freeze-dried carrot chips, and they're awesome. So I'm kind of alternating healthy and thoroughly unhealthy batches. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Is it? It does! Ambar, I love you. So, like, the first batch that we made was, like, all candy. Skittles and marshmallows. Jelly beans don't really work because they have a shell. You probably have to smash them first. I put Twizzlers in, but Twizzlers did nothing. They just got cold. And then they were exactly like themselves after the process was done, which was educational. But I make a batch of just, you grab like the diced mixed vegetables from the freezer, really cheap, really easy. Are you going to try to kill me?
Is someone there?
Yeah, you're vampires.
You take those blood suckers down.
Yeah, there's no redeeming anything there. So I have, the best thing is freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches. It was like the first thing we tried. And then we vacuum packed them, and then it's like the best biscotti you've ever had. Just take them and dip them in coffee. So good. So we are having so much fun freeze-drying everything we can think of. Today is going to be, the next batch is going to be chocolate peanut butter pie Oreos, Nutter Butters, and Moose Tracks ice cream, which is like vanilla ice cream with fudge and peanut butter cups. So good. But we made strawberries and bananas. Strawberries are difficult. With a little research, I've seen that the seeds actually hold on to moisture and then re-release that over time. So freeze-dried strawberries can be problematic. Freeze-dried bananas are amazing. Freeze-dried strawberries are amazing too, but you have to like eat them very quickly. So there's like a oh, that's just a fallen cook pot. It's not a trap at all. There is a brand of like freeze-dried vegetables that I have always loved. That's string beans, mushrooms, carrots, and I think like taro chips and a few other things. So good, but insanely expensive per ounce. So now I can make my own. And I just take chickpeas and
What is it? I know you were trying to keep
like
it for
with
yourself, Cesar.
just straight barbecue rub and like a little oil, a few more spices. It's freeze-dried. They're so good. So I take those freeze-dried vegetables, mix them in with the freeze-dried chickpeas, and it's just so yummy. It's such an easy, delicious way to get protein, fiber, and your veggies in a day. It's so good. So I'm so proud of myself. And I have been nibbling on freeze-dried things. And, you know, leftover candy. Like Twizzlers.
You are not sneaky peeky. Shit, too late. Damn, that's a nice vehicle.
Yeah, there's that Khajiit back there, and I have completely ignored them, haven't I? I probably got something in my inventory from them. Auto-looted their body or something as I went by. We'll get around to it eventually if it's a quest. Yeah, you know, I just did this like the end of the beginning of the month, and I'll be damned if I remember anything about it.
The fuck was that noise?
Yeah, you might hear my water glass rattle with a metal straw because, yeah, eating lots of freeze-dried things does prompt you to hydrate.
Well, I can't sneak for shite, and me knees hit me right now, but fuck if the rest of me isn't loving the view.
Ah!
What? Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food? And this one wasn't trapped with us.
Yeah, I think the last time I came down here, I tried to talk to him too, and
Right.
he tries to kill you. Try not to take the first shot with unknown NPCs.
Gonna split your back.
Ugh, I hate when they say that. It's just gross.
The dwarves are strange ones. Not much is known about them. Not surprised they hadn't out of school.
Ooh, pretty water.
It's so dark in here. Watch out for traps. I do not want to be dragging out your remains.
You say that like I came down here to, like, you know, ooh, Kaidan, I really want you to drag out my remains. Of course, he says, the means. Do not want you to be dragging out my remains either.
Is that all you can do?
For fuck's sake.
Fuck!
The way you hold that bow of yours is giving me ideas. Well, let me start running. I know a trick or two that will improve your grip.
Do you know, lad?
Yeah, that really
Aye.
didn't feel
I suppose as a Bosmer,
from the first one.
I should speak in a bit more of a lilt, shouldn't I? But I'm probably not gonna for more than a couple of minutes. Most of my Irish accent comes from being once in, what was it, The Miracle Worker. I had to do an Irish accent then. And then I read a lot. Well, I listened. I listened on the audio. Listened to a ton of French who, let me say that clearly, after my bow stops being loud, ton of French who is an amazing author, and if you haven't read every
Slow and
fucking
steady.
word the woman
We
ever
don't want
wrote,
to grab any undue attention.
do it now.
Do we?
But don't watch the TV adaptation because it's shite.
Hear the almighty voice of the Dragon of the North!
I'm being quiet, will you?
I will protect you, Dragonborn.
Shh. See?
Great bloody job.
Alright, so my accent didn't last long. I'll always fade back into New Jersey.
You take my breath away when you're doing that. I mean, nicely done. Shit. Fuck
It's
Sky.
okay, sweetheart.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I wonder if we really need to sneak, or if this is a way of getting back at me for something I said. Aye, probably the second one.
No, I'm not
complain
like
about
that.
you.
I'll tell you to your face. Well, no, she wouldn't. She totally wouldn't. She hardly tells anything straight to the face. It's just a bow to the face, really.
I better listen for anything coming up on us, because if I have to stand up quick right now, it's going to get real fucking awkward.
These will boot you right off the edge, so jump over them. Whee! I really want those acrobatic boots, but I keep forgetting.
Oh, I don't know what I did in this life to deserve the punishment of that view when we're sneaking. Oh, but damn, I'm glad I did.
I really like good stealth. Oh, but I don't like missing. But I like when you miss and they still can't find you. It's awesome.
I swear at this point you're only wanting us to sneak about, because you know I can't think straight seeing you move like that.
Those are traps. Don't step on them. Okay, I distinctly recall getting lost around this bit, but we'll see. There's a section where you jump down and you end up back at the beginning. I always pick the wrong thing.
Let's be careful. Someone could be watching us.
Okay, yeah, I think I jumped down here, which I shouldn't have done. I should have gone in this door. Let's see if I'm learning or completely mistaken. If it's a locked door, I don't even know if it leads anywhere. Sometimes I think locked doors just lead to treasure.
Watch where you step, or you'll be leaving here over my shoulder.
Yeah, it's a locked door. It just leads to treasure. As long as I have enough lockpicks, lockpicking does not stress me out. Since I can make them now, they are no longer a sense of stress. But, you know, like in Oblivion where you had to go to Shady Sam to buy more of them. Oh my god. Yeah, I never played modded Oblivion. And honestly there, I don't think I ever finished the game either, to tell you the truth, but I did watch my daughter run through the entire thing and finish it, so I do know what happened. But I had a tendency to just run around and make spells and do the fun stuff. And then I'd get to the point of the game where I had to do like a million Oblivion gates. And then I'd be like, no, I gotta go. Because there weren't any maps, and I suck at that stuff. Okay, I think I'm supposed to jump here. I think I also did this before and then ended up back at the beginning or something like that. I don't know. So try to keep going down. Maybe I went up. I'm gonna try to keep going down. Blackridge is down, right? But my daughter in Oblivion did something where she just collected all of her potion bottles and then dropped them into one of the homes. I think it was the one in Shaden Hall. And she just thought it was hilarious to try to open the door until the game crashed. And crashed and crashed. So there are a lot of ways to play the game. Scritch, no! Yeah, I like this.
Or summon guar!
Shoot him in the butt. Oh,
Shit.
You guys got
Are
it
you
first.
alright then, dragon?
It might be
Oh,
time
jumped
to
out of my
raise the
chest,
difficulty. I think I'm going to do that. We're killing things way too quickly. It might be that we're just out-leveled here. But, yeah, I'm going to raise the difficulty to expert. I think beyond that is master and legendary. I don't think I'm ever going straight up to legendary because it doesn't make it fun. It just makes it long. So in my vanilla survival legendary run, I used a bound bow, which meant that I didn't have any weight restrictions because arrows have weight. And that's ridiculous when you have to carry like thousands of them to kill anything. So you can get a bound bow in Fort Amal before buying it. And it's just like in a bucket. So you know, if you can sneak in, that's good. But that was what I did. I got like Barbas, Serana, and Faendal at first, because he could also train me in archery. Faendal is the first follower I picked up, and I always summoned. And in vanilla, you can get 2 Atronachs, but it is such a pain to try to travel with 2 Storm Atronachs. It's crazy. So that was what I did: conjuration, bow, and just throwing meat shields at everything. I still died a ridiculous amount of times. But yeah, I just made it to town and then started doing the iterative crafting, which means you head to Cadia's Cauldron, buy everything that costs about 3 gold, make potions. Then she's out of stock. Okay, cool. Make your way
Did it
to
again.
Solitude,
Sky.
do it
Put her out
again.
of danger,
Make
not
your way
stare me
to
in front of you for crying
Markarth,
out loud.
do it again.
God.
Alright, that's not stopping.
Damn if I lost.
Wow, my stealth is awesome. And like I'm relatively cheating right now, but it's entirely possible in vanilla to get stealth this good and bows that hit this hard. You just can't really one shot. It's things just have, I mean, they're just, what's the term? It's a sponge. They're just sponges. They just soak everything up. Yeah, if these, like, locks make that much noise, they're kind of combination locks and alarms, aren't they? So I had Barbas and Serana. I ditched Feindal for Mjol,
I'm absolutely shite at this, so apologies in advance.
but you can't really get her until you're level 13. I can get that with crafting in no time, but yeah, it's not impossible. It's just tedious.
You want to do this the hard way?
Ah!
Fine.
And after I did that, then I loaded up every mod and every advantage I could think of. And I got bored with that, because that can, I mean, it can be therapeutic, but it can also just be like really boring to be able to do everything without a single challenge. It is therapeutic because you could be sick of challenge for a while.
Why are we sneaking?
I'm just seeing if there's anything lootable. I did see the lift.
Lost me.
Not that lost.
I'll shoot him now.
But I am capable of being that lost. Absolutely. And then I started modding, and the mods themselves became the challenge, and then the game itself is just sort of like a testing ground. And I'm back to the beginning, aren't I? I'm back at the beginning. Yeah, I don't... Alright, this is very odd.
What's the point in having a bucket?
Oh, please, Kaidan, don't say that right now. Am I behind the door and I can... Okay. Behind the door, I can open it. At least I've done something. I'm gonna go back down and see if I can backtrack. I don't understand. It's so confusing to my poor little brain. Yeah, this is what happened last time. Yep, here we go. Clairvoyance. Which I may not even have.
Oh, do you know where?
Oh, dear. Oh, I think that's part of something they give you from the beginning. They give you clairvoyance in the, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I need the,
Or are you just lost and you don't want to admit it?
No, I'm totally lost, man. They give you that in, Live Another Life, and I'm always grateful. Yeah, this is the spot I was saying I didn't do well in. Ah!
Come here and do your worst.
You're fucking dead!
Now that's done, our moment, catch your breath. Have a sip of water, and maybe I can steal a victory kiss or two.
We are covered in Falmer Iker. I love you,
And
but
so it
gross.
begins.
I mean, negros. I don't want to inflict that upon you. Nasty.
Shit! You are dead.
Alright.
Step like
Yeah, what was that? I'm okay. We're okay. Okay. Don't step on that, guys. No kitty kebabs.
Good job. Hey, it's funny, but it's times like this I always hold my breath at the end with you too. Listening for the click when it unlocks.
That was just a regular door, sweetie, but I love you. Why did my arrows change?
Good riddance.
Oh, I have Justicar arrows. Okay. Justiciar.
All right.
I don't know if there's different from Justicar.
The words.
Justiciar.
Places you'd have to be
Justiciar. Okay.
apologising.
I'm gonna stop saying it now.
Slow.
I'm too set on Mass Effect. Justicar Samara.
Back off, you ugly blind
Hello.
little bastard.
I remember trying to figure out desperately how to get in here and how to get in here and how to get in here and like literally clipping through because I could not figure it out.
That's the end of it.
Only to finally go, this time I'm going to figure it out. And then looking up there and seeing the lever. It's bugged! I can't get in! Why is it stuck? My game's broken! No. No, you just never found the lever.
Huh. How many picks was that?
Like 3. I got enough. Yeah, I was dumb. Happens a lot. Yeah, I may never in my entire history have opened that door properly. I don't even remember. Until like last week. I probably did it years ago.
Just trying to imagine
Before mods when I didn't think it was just a bug and it's just a feature of my brain. Okay, I have a kitty in my lap. Expect some delays. This is gonna hurt.
There's
It's
just no
going to need
good
my
end to
arm.
it, is
Uh-oh,
there?
Centurion. Centurion kitty. Hey, sweetie. Oh, yeah, not you. Yeah, go.
We bloody did it.
Nice job. I think we need to raise the difficulty again, huh? How? I have to see what...
Come on.
Let's just get
Come
out
on,
of
boy.
here. Hasn't there been enough death?
That's
Of course, you want me to
Gideon
leave.
Emery.
Just waiting for me to turn my back, so you can have all the glory for yourself.
I love you, Gideon.
Is someone there?
Yeah,
Someone
it's me.
there.
I love you.
Time to end this little
Thought I
game.
heard.
I'm sorry. Did you? Oh, you guys will kill each other.
Is that your best?
Well,
Huh?
nice. I'm just gonna pick this over here. I'm just gonna pick it. Yeah. Okay. No, go ahead. Don't mind us.
Kill while you still can.
And you thought I was just a pretty
Cannot
face.
best you.
No, I can't even see your face. No, I'm really happy to let you guys kill each other, but you're gonna take too long. So here we go.
This is what I trained for.
I'll kill you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gideon. You're awesome.
me bollocks!
Fuck me!
No more!
I was just doing what I do
A little
best.
bit more. Okay, I'm assuming their original content because he was even saying specific names and stuff. Most of the creator club stuff is either non-voiced or just repeat generic stuff. So one more place where Gideon is. Ah! Should've gone the other way, huh? I made it to Blackreach, you guys, I'm so proud. And I only lost my way about 7 times. For me, that's not so bad. Okay, it's just weird to like activate levers when you don't even know what they're for, but okay. Shoot. Discover that, okay. I don't know. I believe I'm getting sleepy, and I think I installed a player home down here that I have never even seen.
Yasmir's beard. This place is unbelievable.
This
It's like an
Sindarian's
entire
field lab. It is! I have a house in Blackreach. Okay, it's a little better. No instant kill. I don't know why my auto loot isn't working. Huh. Maybe it just doesn't, I don't know, doesn't like Blackreach either. Okay, so I've never seen this place. I remember it used to be just like a couple of really gnarly messed up rooms. Let's see if it's... it still kind of looks like gnarly messed up rooms, but there's more crafting. Yeah? Oh, Sindarian. Sindarian's field journal. E58, Second Seed, Midas. I spent a large portion of my life unraveling the mystery of the Nirnroot, and yet I still feel unfulfilled. The trilling sound this strange herb emits seems to taunt me, to push me even harder to discover its secrets. Even after a generous and indomitable traveler became a field collector in my stead. Oh, that was me! It was Shadeleaf Copse, I believe, and provided me with 5 score of the Nirnroot. I was only able to muster what I consider a mediocre alchemical creation at best. Aww. This only served to strengthen my hunger and whet my appetite for the solution. It wasn't until over 50 years later that the answer to my prayer was carried into my basement workshop in the Westfield Inn. The first thing I heard was the familiar tone, that unmistakable warble unique to the Nirnroot. But when I turned around, my heart leapt and a chill ran down my spine. This was indeed a Nirnroot, but of a variety the likes of which I had never seen. The herb was awash in a spectacular array of red hues, each leaf seemingly emblazoned with innumerable variations of crimson. I couldn't move, I was completely transfixed. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a species of Nirnroot with such a unique property. After an awkward silence, I finally managed to stammer out a few questions to the traveler who brought me this treasure. He told me his name was Obeth Arnesian, a treasure seeker from Skyrim. Apparently, he'd been exploring a vast subterranean network of grand caverns called Blackreach and had stumbled across what he dismissed as a noisy red weed. His expedition was largely unsuccessful, and he didn't want to leave the caves empty-handed, so Obeth picked one of the Crimson Nirnroot to bring home. He said that it took some time, but eventually he was pointed my way, and that perhaps I'd pay a fair price for it. Before I could gather my wits and ask anything else, Obeth offered to send me the Crimson Nirnroot sample, a map showing how to find Blackreach, and the strange key needed to breach its outer defenses. It took me mere moments to decide. Obeth left Skingrad 1,000 septims richer, but I would have easily paid 10 times that amount to obtain the sample alone. It took a year of planning, but I was able to pack up and sell my workshop and make my way to Skyrim. Before delving headfirst into Blackreach, I knew I needed to set up a new laboratory, but wished to do so in seclusion. After making inquiries at the College of Winterhold, of which I was an honorary member, I was directed to speak to Avrusa Sarethi, a student of botanical alchemy who had a small farm near the city of Riften. By bartering my knowledge of nernroot cultivation, I was able to secure Sarethi Farm as a launching point for my field research. I kept the knowledge of the crimson nernroot a secret from Avrusa, but imparted everything else I knew to her in exchange for her hospitality. A few months passed, but I was finally ready to enter Blackreach. I used the attunement sphere that Obeth had provided and descended into the depths. My goal was to gather enough crimson nernroot to produce my greatest alchemical creation to date. I was certain it would take at least 30 of them to provide the necessary catalyst. This brings me to the present. My initial research seems to indicate that the crimson nernroot has a similar affinity for moisture as the garden. Okay. This brings me to the present. My initial research seems to indicate that the crimson nernroot has a similar affinity for moisture as the garden variety, but also maintains some sort of symbiotic relationship with the enormous fungi that inhabit Blackreach. It's my guess that the fungi itself is a source of water, absorbing it from the moist subterranean air like a sponge. This provides the ideal environment for the nernroot to grow. Unfortunately, the crimson nernroot appears to have a vastly shortened lifespan, and they are in no way plentiful down here. Gathering 30 of them will be quite the challenge, but hopefully the denizens of Blackreach will allow me to gather my samples unhindered. Well, buddy, you look pretty hindered. Alright. I believe... Okay, yes. I can actually bury the guy. I added... when I added this little home here, I also added an option to bury him. Pick up Sindarian. Pick up Sindarian. Sindarian's remains added. You have recovered Sindarian's remains. Now, I should be able to bury the poor gentleman somewhere. Not sure where. Activate button. Clean up. Okay, I can clean up in here. Nice. Okay, yes, that is significantly better. Okay, so there's a nice little dwarven home, and it looks like I can set up cooking.
Never fear,
this is
your
cool.
personal bringer of death is here.
If you notice, like, the dwarven beds are not all rock. So I have a mod called Comfy Dwarven Beds, or Comfy Dwarven Beds, whichever it is, so that... Ah, I can change my bed! Ah, okay. Shrines. Shrines. Nice! There are scattered shrines around, huh? Okay, this is cool. I'm not sure that I can fast travel to or from here. Alright, let's see. When I do shrines, let's see if it
These
toggles from...
bastards
This
like
is
to spring out of
Julianos,
the
right?
fucking walls.
See if I can toggle from Julianos to something else. Nope. Alright, but that's very cool. I like it. So there's a nice cozy fire, you can cook, and since I need it, I can take a nap. That's a nice little waypoint.
You alright?
Let's rest here.
Aye. I think we've earned it. I'm sorry.
For what?
My life has been such a complicated mess.
Oh, you have no idea.
It means so much to me, and I've dragged you into all of this. I'm sorry for that.
No matter what life throws at us, I'm here for you always, because I want to be.
That you stay means more to me than you could realize.
Good, because you mean everything to me, and I don't want to lose that. Ever.
I feel the same way.
Even if you've shown seriously questionable judgment on who to bed.
You're not gonna let me live this one down, are you?
Yeah, I am. A wench that crazy and deadly? Not a chance. I hope that's the last of them.
As long as you don't go mad with power.
Bloody hell, Kaidan.
Ah, I'm just teasing.
Okay, there's
Aye.
a weird, I don't know what that is that's waving in his face. Let's see if I can fix that.
You alright there, lass?
Alright, that's better. Alright, I'm just gonna progress everything that I can, I guess. I thought I've already said this, though. I know that look. Seriously, Kaidan?
What? I was just standing here admiring the view. You did say you wanted me to appreciate the beauty around me more. Well, I am.
Why do I feel like this is a trap?
Not my fault the most beautiful thing to see is you.
Oh, it's terrible. I was expecting something naughty that's surprisingly sweet.
And I definitely like to be appreciating your beauty wrapped around me right now.
I walked right into that, didn't I? Okay. I might need to progress some of the let's talk stuff. Let's see.
Aye.
Kaidan, can you make sense of this note?
The fuck it says here? 6 sick hicks nick 6 slick bricks with picks and sticks. Yup, aye, that makes sense.
Let's talk.
Aye, sweetheart.
Everything all right?
Don't worry about me.
Okay. You've been walking around, not a single brooding glare to be seen all day. Are you feeling okay?
What can I say? It's almost impossible to be moody when I'm with you. I said almost. So don't you be holding it against me tomorrow when I am back to me brooding ways. You have a wonderful laugh. I love that about you. The way the light shines from your soul.
Let's talk.
Yes, my love?
Do you think about our first time?
But it's one night I know I won't ever forget. All right. Sorry, what do you need? Bloody hell, what I need is for you to stop being so damn distracting.
Let's talk.
My love.
Oh dear. Kaidan, why do you keep staring at me?
Was I? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean anything by it.
Let's talk.
My love.
Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
What's your favourite time of day?
Sunrise. As you could tell, he's asked me some of these before.
Yeah. There's a
So,
little
yeah,
window
I'm
of time
trying to
before the
navigate
light rises over the
Do new
horizon.
options, they're going
And
to be some
everything
repeats.
comes to life. When the world is nice and quiet. It feels, well, you know what I mean.
Let's talk.
Aye.
People must feel intimidated by how tall you are.
I might be tall, but I always feel safer with you watching my back. I guess size doesn't matter.
Okay, really now?
Get that smile off your face, you know what I mean.
Let's talk.
Aye.
Okay, I just asked him, I'll do it again. Do you think about our first time?
I think a lot of things of you. I guess that night the thought of you in my bed was impossible to ignore. All right.
Okay, that's enough for now. We're gonna rest and then
Hello, love.
carry forward. Come on,
With
let's
you
get
all
going.
the way.
Ah, there's a nice little spot. You can sit and look at the fire and read. Although in reality that knapsack doesn't belong to you. No, no it doesn't. Alright. I still don't have A Dance in the Fire, Volume 2, but I do have Dirirum Direnis by Vorian Direni. I am 611 years old. I have never had children of my own, but I have many nieces and nephews and cousins who have been raised with the tales and traditions of our ancient, illustrious, and occasionally notorious clan, the Direni. Few families in Tamriel can boast so many famous figures, wielding so much power over the fate of so many. Our warriors and kings are stuff of legend, and it is not to dismiss their honor and their achievements to say you have heard quite enough about them. I myself have never picked up a sword or written an important law, but I am part of a lesser known but still important Direni tradition, the Way of the Wizard. My own autobiography would be of little interest to posterity, though my nephew, nieces, and cousins indulge me to tell wild tales of life in the chaotic second era of Tamriel. But I have a few ancestors whose stories would be told. They may have changed history as we know it, as dramatically as my better-known relatives, but their names are in danger of being forgotten. Most recently, Lysandus, the king of Daggerfall, was able to conquer his ancient enemies of Sentinel, in part thanks to his court sorceress, Medora Direni. Her grandfather, Javron Direni, was imperial battle mage to the court of the Dunmer Empress of Tamriel, Kataria, assisting her in creating peace in a time of turmoil. His great-great-grandfather, Peladil Direni, had a similar role with the first potentate, and encouraged the Guild Act, without which we would not have all the professional organizations we have today. His ancestor, many times back, was the witch Raven Direni, who, with her better-known cousins Aiden and Rian, brought an end to the tyranny of the latter Alessian Empire. Before the Sigics of Artaeum, it is said, she created the art of enchantment, learning how to bind a soul into a gem and use that to ensorcel all manners of weaponry. But it is the story of an ancestor even more ancient, more distant than Raven I wish to tell. Asthael Direni harkens back to the humble beginnings of our clan in the tiny farming village of Tiragel in the banks of the river Chamus. Chalmus? I want to say Chamus. Which was then called the Diren, hence the family name. Like all on Somerset Isle in those days, he was a simple planter of the fields, but while others only grew enough to sustain their immediate kin, even distant cousins of the Direnis worked together. They would decide as a group which fields were best for wheat, orchard, vine, livestock, or apiary, and thereby always have the best yields of any farm, which worked alone, doing the best as it could with what it had. Asliel had a particularly poor farm for most kind of agriculture, but small herbs found its stony, loamless, acidic soil very comfortable. Out of necessity more than anything else, he became an expert on all manners of herbs. For the most part, of course, they were used in flavoring cooking, but as you know, hardly any plant grows on the surface of our world without a magical potential. Even so long ago, witches already were in existence. It would be ridiculous for me to suggest that Asleif Direni invented alchemy. What he did, what we can all be grateful for, is that he formulated it into an art and science. There were no witches' covens in Tiragel, and of course, there would be no mages' guild yet for thousands of years, so people would come to him for cures. He learned for himself the exact formula for combining black lichen and ruebrush to create a cure for all manner of poisons, and the amount of willow anther to crush and mix with chokeweed to cure diseases. There were few much greater threats in Tiragel in those peaceful days than disease or accidental poisonings. Yes, there were some dark forces in the wilderness, trolls, chimera, the occasional malevolent fairy folk, and will-o'-the-wisp, but even the youngest, most foolish Altmer knew how to avoid them. There were, however, a few unusual threats, which Asliel had a hand in defeating. One of the tales told of him that I believe to be true is how he how he was brought a young niece who had been suffering from an unknown disease. Despite his ministrations, she grew weaker and weaker every morning. Finally, he gave her a bitter-tasting drink, and the next morning, ashes were found all around her bed. A vampire had been feeding on the poor girl, but Asliel's potion had turned her very blood into poison without harming her in the least. If only this formula had not been lost in the mists of history. This would have been enough to make him a minor but significant figure in the annals of early Somerset, but at that point in history, a barbarian tribe called the Lochvar had found their way down the Duran River and recognized Tyrigel as a rich target for raids. The Dureni, not being warriors yet, but simple farmers, were helpless and could only flee and watch the Lochvar take the best of their crops, raid after raid. Asliel, however, had been experimenting with the vampire dust and brought his cousins to him with a plan. The next time the Lochvar were sighted on the Diren, the word went out and all the most able-bodied came to Asliel's laboratory. When the barbarians arrived in Tyrigel, they found the farms deserted and assumed that all had fled as usual. As they set about stealing the bounty, they suddenly found themselves under attack by invisible forces. Believing the Durrani farms to be haunted, they ran away very quickly. They attempted a few more raids, for their greed would always eventually overpower their fear, and each time they were set upon by attackers who they could not see. As barbaric as they were not stupid, and they changed their mind about the source of their defeat. It could not be that the farms were haunted, because the crops were still being tended and harvested, and the animals seemed to show no fear. The Lochvar decided to send a scout to the farm to see if he could spy their secrets. The scout sent word back to the Lochvar that the Durrani farms were populated with flesh and blood, entirely visible Altmer. He continued to watch as his barbarian cohorts moved down the river, and he saw the elderly and children flee for the hills, while the able-bodied farmers and their wives went to Asliel's laboratory. He saw them go in, he saw no one come out. As usual, the Lochvar were repelled by invisible forces, but the scout soon told them what he saw happening in the laboratory. The next night, 2 of the Lochvar approached Asliel's farm very stealthily and managed to kidnap him without alerting the rest of the Durrani. The Lochvar chieftain, knowing that the farmers could no longer count on the alchemist to make them invisible, considered an immediate attack on the farms, but he was a vengeful sort and felt he had been humiliated by these simple farmers. A crafty plan emerged in his mind. What if the Durrani, who always saw his barbarian tribe coming, for once, did not? Imagine the slaughter if no one even had a chance to flee. The scout had told the chieftain that Asliel had used the dust of the vampire to make the farmers invisible, but he was not sure what the other ingredients had been. He described an incandescent powder that Asliel had mixed into the dust. Asliel, of course, refused to help the Lochvar, but they were experts in torture as well as pillage, and he knew he would have to talk or die. Finally, after hours of torture, he agreed to tell them what the incandescent powder was. He did not know the name, but he called it glow dust, the only remains of a slain will-o'-the-wisp. He told them they would need a lot of it if they wanted to turn the whole tribe invisible for the raid. The Lochvar grumbled that not only did they have to find and kill a vampire to attain his dust, but find and kill several will-o'-the-wisps to get theirs. In a few days' time, they came back with the ingredients the alchemist asked for. The chieftain, not being a complete idiot, made Asliel taste the poison first. He did as he was told and turned invisible, demonstrating that it did truly work. The chieftain put him to work creating more. No one apparently noticed that while he did, he was nibbling on black lichen and rue brush. The Lochvar took the potion as he doled it out, and soon, but not too soon, that they didn't suffer. They were all dead. The scout who had seen Asliel mixing the invisibility potion had apparently mistook the glow of the candlelight in the laboratory for an incandescence, which the second ingredient of the invisibility potion did not possess. The second ingredient was actually dull, simple redwort, one of the most common herbs in Tamriel. When they had insisted during torture that Asliel tell them what the incandescent powder was, Asliel remembered that he had once experimentally mixed glow dust and vampire dust together once and created a powerful poison. It was simple enough to steal a little red wart from the barbarians' camp, mix that with the vampire and glow dust mixture, and create a potion that was in fact an invisibility poison. After curing himself, he gave the poison to the barbarians. The Lokvar, being dead, never again raided the Durrani farms, and having no other enemies, they were able to grow more and more prosperous and powerful. Generations later, they left Somerset and began their historic adventures in the Tamriel mainland. Asliel Durrani, because of his excellence as an alchemist, was invited to Artaeum and became a Sigil. It is not known how many more of the common formulas we know today were invented by him there, but I have no doubt the science and art of alchemy as we know it today would not exist without him. But that is all in the distant past. Asliel's innovations, like my modest ones, like the achievements of the Durrani throughout history, are but a stepping stone to the wonders which will come in the future. I wish I could be there to witness them. But if I can only share some of the past with the children of the Durrani and the children of Tamriel, then I will consider my life well spent.
This place looks shady as fuck.
You're not wrong, but it could be much worse. Alright. Well, I'm glad I installed that. That's nice. Especially, again, for a survival run. Because, yeah. Okay. I think last time I was down here, I just asked Kaidan to pitch a tent. Yeah, I can bury him. Oh, and his grave has crimson root.
I wouldn't mind us having a little
That's
I think I would
really
enjoy
cool.
the quietness of the
I'm
place.
gonna harvest it.
Don't you think?
I can't. Alright, well, we're just gonna leave that for you. Rest in peace, Sindarian. What is making that sound? Where are you? Oh, you guys are making that sound, huh? You stuck? You stuck? Come on. Come on, babies, this way. This way.
It's actually quite beautiful here.
You're actually quite
And I
stuck
imagine it could
there.
be peaceful if not for all the Falmer looking to tear the skin from our bodies.
Yeah, there is that. It's a good thing we've got a sturdy lock, yes. Okay, I like that. I have never tested it, but I'm glad that's there.
Beautiful out here. I can see why people would suffer the cold for it.
I think I have, yeah, lots of like mushroom E and B mods down here, and I've never really tested those either, but I like the look of it down here. I know with my mods I can actually plant Crimson Nernroot. Oh, chorus. Yeah, I think Kaidan's bugged, but we're just gonna travel on here. See if he unsticks himself. Or if he's back there fighting something alone. Yeah? Come on, guys. Dad'll catch up. He always does. Come on. That's a really long shot. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Really pretty. Oh, did I? Oh, no, he's there. I did tell him to come with me. Okay, good. Sometimes it's my fault. It's me not telling him to. Come on, we're going.
I'm not stealthy. Sorry.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the fact that Kaidan hates stealth so much and that he talks so much, that he complains so much, is really a good roleplay basis to, at a certain point, leave the dude be if I'm gonna go do some of the stealthier, darker content.
Swear lately, it's like I can feel when a threat is near. It's like something triggers all me fucking instincts to guard and protect you, my dragon.
Alright, honest to God, when I was here, I had to look up the answer to this. I don't remember. So, there might be a break in the recording. I did actually solve it, but I had to look at the guide and still screw up at solving it. This is not the one where you do magic to fix it. It dropped. Yeah, I was just here last week and, you know.
I'll never understand why people sleep on stone beds. Why even have beds? You might as well sleep on the fucking floor.
Yeah, I kind of fixed that. At least I hope to. Okay. Activate the lexicon. So essentially the puzzle is to reveal. Let's see if I remember any of this. Nope. Okay.
Impressive bit of engineering, that is.
Yeah, you can see why, like, a person like me is just gonna stand here and push buttons for. I can't tell really much in the way of change. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, if I recall, I'm supposed to press this.
Hello again.
Oh, hey, sweetie. I don't want to talk to you.
Until
okay,
next time.
Good. Good talk. Okay, move. Move. Come on. Down here. Move. Down here.
Can't let
When you're-
myself get distracted by the shiny dwarmish shit in here. Oh, hey! Wonder what that does. Shit! Fucking focus, Kaidan.
Okay, I'm supposed to do something until the lexicon glows? There we go. Okay, it's glowing blue. Alright, now this one became active. Push that. Now... push that a couple times. I was so proud of myself for making... Okay, now this one's open. Okay. Holy shit, I solved it? Oh my god. That was totally by accident. That was totally by accident, guys. I am gonna take it and fucking run. Wow. That was... yeah, I do... okay. I take no credit.
What is it, boy? What do you want?
Wow. I occasionally get lucky, but not very often. That's like a Christmas present. Oh, you notice that often I will like get the names wrong. I think I said Frost Fell instead of Frost Fall because I also play EverQuest and I also play other games that have so many sound-alike names. So I'm the sort of person that often, because I play Dragon Age and Warcraft, will like conflate or Grummar with or Zummar and often mix them up. So forgive me. I've played many a game. I've probably spent more time in the EverQuest world, even in the Skyrim world. So
on, boy.
here is Frost Fall, and EverQuest is Frost Fell. And there is neither Orzammar nor Orgrimmar here. Beautiful night. Absolutely beautiful night. Okay. So... oh my god. Okay. I left the lexicon down there, didn't I? I got so excited. Oopsies. I left the lexicon. Don't I have to pick it back up? Yeah, this is for... I got the Elder Scroll, but I have to... like, I don't want to leave it here.
Bloody brilliant work finding that scroll.
Okay.
Careful reading it though. Wouldn't let you go
I'm
blind.
so excited. Alright. Okay, it still says to give Orion a couple of days. Can't go back to the museum to celebrate my luck. Alright. Take two. It's nighttime. Let's see, where are we? Okay. So Time Wound thing is at Throat of the World. Let's go there and be cold. I can imagine my character being like, oh god, I don't want to go in the coldest place in the world in the middle of the night, but we will. We're tough. We're lucky.
You have it. The Kell, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then, fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Okay, this section of the quest is buggy, as always. Save often. It's buggy in vanilla. I don't know. I've got a bunch of mods that supposedly fix little minor things. I don't know which one specifically is being fixed, but I know in vanilla this has bugged on me. Okay. Elder Scroll Dragon. I don't know why this game asks me to read this, because after this I should be blind.
You can really breathe up here.
Gormley! Running out of time. The battle!
The Arsulthurse Alduin decree. Today Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Kriegwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
Know that Gormley sent you down to death. Kaidan! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We've blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Galthor, Sori, Birker.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
To bonk him on the head
Well,
with,
dear,
no.
we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need
We will
it.
deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
I like that he has an Elder Scroll and a big giant sword, and it's one of those I'm gonna pull this out of my butt moments because his companions didn't notice he was carrying a big giant scroll.
Him hind paliv. Zuu hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
Nivarin Jur. What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarodis Hardlocks, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, you will die in terror, knowing your final fate. To feed my power when I come for you in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You'll feel fear for the first time, Worm. I see it in your eyes. Skyrim will be free!
blood on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings unto the last. You are banished!
It worked. We did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Oh, look at the sky. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta do a shout thing. Yes. Best part. Yeah, we're I know you're talking, but okay. I still gotta save. Sometimes he doesn't take any damage during this section. Listen to me. Stop poisoning your weapon. Stop eating. What are you doing? Stop. I'm Mighty Alduin. Yeah, nothing is more important than pie, buddy. Time stops for pie. You just went really far forward.
Lost Funt, you are
Zafrul!
Well, that was less majestic.
Use Dragon Rend if you know
Yeah,
it.
I try. Yeah, he's got ooh, pretty sky.
Relax. My power has waxed, while yours has waned.
I don't want to hit the wrong.
Zafrul!
You won't win this!
With my luck, I'm gonna hit Parthenax, aren't I? I think I did last time.
It's the only chance to defeat
I am
him.
trying, but the dude flies a lot.
Zafrul!
Oh, now you hold still when I am off cooldown. You are fucking mocking me.
Use Dragon Rend before Alduin consumes you.
Zafrul!
This is bad, people. Kaidan, I'm so sorry. I am trying.
Time to end this.
I am trying. Now I don't know which. Okay, that's Parthenax. He's white. Right? Oh my god. This sucks.
You have a death wish? Ow! Fine! Up yours!
Now I can't fucking see a thing.
Use Dragon Rend. It's the only chance to defeat him.
I don't know which one of you I'm supposed to right now.
I do what I do, and if you don't like it,
Alright, well, let's look on the bright side. I can get my restoration skill up. Okay, I think I can stop sneaking. I don't think sneaking
I've
is
had
going to
worse.
help.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Dragon Rend before Alduin consumes you.
Yeah, well, if... Alright.
Zafrul!
Alright.
Dragonborn feast on your soul.
You see why I don't play platformers, yes?
The weapons of my ancient foes.
Zafrul!
Okay, so yeah, look, Alduin is 48, and the like the final boss of the entire, you know, game is like level 48, and Legacy of the Dragonborn stuff is like 60. Why, guys? I am trying.
You want to do this the hard way? Fine. You can go to hell.
But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh.
You look cool. You're looking good.
Soklat. I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else.
Yeah. It's a process.
You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
Yeah, we'll see.
Lot Kongrach. You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory.
I need to find out where Alduin went.
Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies,
The Jarl of Whiterun might not think so.
Yes, but your Soom is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
Dragon's Reach was built to hold a dragon?
Yes. This was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zema. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkosayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
I'll just ask because I like to hear him talk. You're the master of the Greybeards. Do others come here to train? Which I already know. He told me nobody has visited him in a very long time. It's just me going. It's me fishing for compliments, like I'm the special one.
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words? How?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master: Fus, Faim, and Yol. It is called force in your tongue, but as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum arc mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
Sounds good. I wish to meditate on a word of power.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Fus.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back.
Alright. My Fus should be stronger right now, but I don't really use shouts unless a quest demands it, so I don't really care about making one stronger. Alright, in the middle of that, it said that the... Okay. That the gallery was ready. We've got approximately a month's worth of stuff to deposit. I like that I haven't even discovered the Blue Palace in this room. Well, fuck you, dragon. We already left. Ugh. Dragons in Solitude are the worst. And worst if they're bugged because they spawned while you were on the guild house balcony. Alright, yeah, I'm running away. Yeah, there might be some dead NPCs. Okay, everything's back. Living guards. We're not going to tell them what happened to the previous ones. That would be mean.
I have finished tending to my brother's burial. I thank you for allowing me that. I am ready to discuss my punishment.
I see you made it back as well.
Of course, I may have been blind in this situation, but I do have a code of honor. I am ready to face whatever punishment you deem necessary.
My friend, might I have a word with you first? My friend, might I have a word with you first?
Certainly.
What would be your intended punishment for Avram's oversight?
I'm not holding any of this against him. It was Jalal's doing.
I think that is most sensible. Avram feels horrible about the whole ordeal. And even though his brother is a thief... He did lose him in the process as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are forgiving my part in all this?
Yes, as annoying as this was, it's not really your fault.
Oh, thank you so much. I swear I will be redoubling my efforts to securing the museum. Thank you again for your understanding. I found something amongst Jalal's personal effects, tucked away in Engelman's Rest, which I would like you to have. It was the sword of our father, Hagram. With Jalal dead, it passes to me, and I would like you to have it.
That is kind of you. I'll display it proudly.
It is the least I can do for you in repayment for your forgiveness. A true repayment will be to ensure it never happens again.
Alright. Hagram's light is an item that I know used to be able to be manually displayed in the safe house.
Are you
I get
alright?
lost.
You're looking a bit shaky after that one. You need a rest? A drink? Me to stop bothering? Sorry. I just get worried about you.
Thank you for hovering. I appreciate it.
I have a bit of a soft spot for the Hall of Heroes. Getting to see these armors and these weapons firsthand from these childhood stories of people who slain evil monsters, who overcame all of these odds. It's quite inspiring, to say the least.
Oh, good for you. Alright, I'm gonna try to display Hagram's Light and see if it does it. Otherwise, there used to be a spot in Safe House. We'll see if it shows up. I don't really know. This is new. If it says 0 new additions added, yeah, 0. Okay, so it might still have a spot in the Safe House. I'll have to go check. I didn't see it.
Cook some.
Ah, okay. So now yes, that display spot was not there before. They've added it. So now I can activate Hagram's Light. Nice. Okay. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.